Hello friends, welcome to Shailaja IAS and welcome to the PYQ Decoder class. Today, this is the class 8. We are discussing economy in the previous 7 classes. This will be the last class with respect to economy. Here, we'll discuss the important but last themes, but the important theme in economy which is linked to environment, which is linked to poverty, which is linked to inclusion, which is linked to geography. So, sustainable development, demographics and social schemes related to the economic sector. Okay, the vulnerables, the labor, okay, all these are the areas with respect to social schemes linked to economical activity. So we'll start. First question was asked in 2025 with respect to circular economy. Consider the following statements. 3 statements have been given. Statement questions, okay? Not 2 statements here. Statements are 3. Consider the following statements regarding circular economy. Statement 1, it reduces the emissions of greenhouse gases. Circular economy reduces the emissions of greenhouse gases. Okay, statement has been given. It reduces the use of raw materials as inputs. Yes, in circular economy, okay, whatever the finished products are there, that can be again used for the inputs. So it reduces the use, therefore it reduces the emissions. Does statement 2 and 3 explain statement 1? You have to check. And if statement 2 and 3 are also correct, you have to check. Reduces wastage in the production process also. In circular economy, whatever is there is reused. So yes, reduces the wastage in the production process. Correct. Reduces the use of raw material inputs. Correct. If wastage is reduced, will it reduce the emission? Yes, it explains statement 1. If raw material, okay, use of raw material as inputs is reduced, will it reduce the emission of greenhouse gases? Yes. So answer is here, option A. Both 2 and 3 are correct and both will explain statement 1. So answer is circular economy, option A, aims to keep resources in use for as long as possible by reducing the need for raw material extraction and minimizing the production waste. It directly lowers energy intensity and industrial greenhouse gas emission. So this was the question where with respect to circular economy, 3 statements have been given and asked whether both the statement explain statement 1 or all the statements correct. So based on the options, you should be able to answer. Clear? This is a new pattern trend of questions that has been asked in 2025. We have seen 2 statements, now 3 statements, and is asking whether second and third statements are explaining 1 or only 2 and 3 are correct and only one of the statement is explaining statement 1. So you have to see the options also. Clear? Both 2 and 3 are correct, both explains 1, both 2 and 3 are correct, but only one explains 1, only one of 2 and 3 is correct. Then neither 2 nor 3 is correct. So here statement 1 is correct, he has given. In the options is asking whether statement 2 and 3 are the correct and which of them are explaining, are the correct or incorrect and which of them are explaining statement 1. So statement 1 to correct hai, statement 2 and 3 is asking which of the following is explaining statement 1. Next, PM Surya Ghar, Muft, Bijli, Yojana. This was in news. See, which are the areas? Renewable energy, right? Nuclear energy, solar, wind, all this will be very important with economical schemes also, with economy in growth. Okay, power sector, all these are in news always. Consider the statements about PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. It targets installation of 1 crore solar rooftop panels in the residential sector. Is it correct? Yes, you should have the knowledge of this current affairs topics. Okay, schemes. Ministry of, okay, NRE, renewable energy, aims to new and renewable energy, aims to impart grassroots training on installation, operation, maintenance and repairs of solar rooftop systems. Yes, MNRE only should do it with respect to renewable energy. And under this scheme, it aims to create over 3 lakh skilled manpower through skilling, upskilling under the scheme component of capacity building. Yes, this statement also is correct. Generally, all are positive statements aiming towards adoption of solar energy in residential area also and reducing the power bill. So here answer is D, 1, 2 and 3. Launched in 2024. The question came in 2025. So the schemes which are economical, social, see economical, social, okay, and renewable, social will all be crucial. Renewable and economical, all this will be crucially asked in UPSC again and again, time and again it's asked. Next, global natural resource mapping. See, it can be IR, geography, or okay, economy in news. Economy, which is resource economy, resources, right? Global resources in news. In 2024, cocoa producing countries were asked. In 2025, pairs have been given. Botswana, diamond, we know in Africa. Chile, lithium, we know the ABC triangle in South America. Indonesia, nickel, yes, nickel is produced and the source is, nickel source is Indonesia. So, all the pairs here are given are correct. For this, you need to know mapping and economical mapping or geography. Resource mapping is very, very crucial. Resource mapping in economy with respect to global geography, global economical, okay, resources become very important which are in the news. All the three are correct here. Next, TFR, total fertility rate, definition was asked. This is economic geography or economic geography or human population demography and geography. Total fertility rate in economy is defined as basic concepts, terminologies you need to have clear understanding. What is TFR? Total fertility rate. Okay, any women, for example, okay, 18 to 49, the age at which she is fertile, okay, and what is the average number of births a woman could have in her, okay, bearing period from 18 to 49. That is the fertile period is called total fertility rate. See, we'll see the option. The number of children born per 1,000 people is in the population, okay, in the population in a year. Is it TFR? Okay, comment. What is the definition of this? What are the terminologies used for this option? The number of children born to a couple in their lifetime in a given population. Birth rate minus death rate. The average number of live births a woman would have by the end of her childbearing age. That is 18 to 49. So the fertile period and how many average number of births a woman can have is the definition of total fertility rate. It reflects average number of children a woman would have if she experienced current age specific fertility rates through her productive years. That is approximately 18 to 49. Okay, in India, law is after 18 to marriage, right? So 18 to 49 is the fertile period, and what is the average number of births she will have? That is TFR, total fertility rate. So all these concepts, okay, of demography becomes very important. Fertility rates, migration, okay, birth rate, death rate, transition of demography. Question has been asked time and again with respect to these areas. Then PM-SYM Yogi Mandhan Yojana. Okay, labor, social sector schemes. Consider the following statements regarding PM-SYM Yogi Mandhan Yojana. Okay, enrollment entry is 21 to 40. Already to work age is 18. So more than 18, not 21 to 40. Statement 1 is wrong. Age specific contribution is made by the beneficiary. Yes. From 18 to 40, you are entering, then age specific contribution is made. Subscriber receives minimum pension of rupees 3,000 per month after the age of 60. Normally retirement is 60. After the age of 60, the subscriber of this, okay, scheme, PM-SYM scheme, will receive 3,000. Correct. Family pension is applicable to spouse and unmarried daughters. No, normally pensions, when you are seeing, if family, okay, male dies, then the better off, the spouse will get the, okay, male or female dies, the spouse will get the family pension, 50% of the pension. What you are getting pension, 50% of that will be given to the spouse, not for the married daughters. So here statement 1 is wrong, 4 is wrong, only 2 and 3 are correct. Answer will be 2 pairs, 2 and 3. Entry age is 18 to 40, not 21. And family pension is 50% for spouse only. And it will not include the daughters or unmarried children. Next, with respect to global aging and declining population, question has been asked. Which of the following countries are frequently mentioned in news media for low birth rates, aging population or declining population? You hear about Japan, you hear about European countries where birth rate is reducing, dropping alarmingly high, and aged people percentage is increasing. So where you are able to see this? See simply countries like Japan, European countries, Italy, yes, Japan, yes. Asia and African countries are seeing a boom, or it is in a stabilizing phase in the demography. Okay, Nigeria, no, it's in Africa. South Korea, yes, again Korea. South Africa again, no. So answer will be 1, 2, 4. Option A, 3 pairs, 1, 2, 4. South Korea has the world's lowest fertility rate. Japan and Italy have extremely high median ages, that is aging population, creating significant demographic and economic headwinds. Asked in 2024. With respect to TFR, question was asked. Again with respect to TFR linked with demographic transition in the population with respect to countries, questions has been asked. This is respect to sustainable development UNOPS S3I infrastructure. On how many of the following infrastructure sectors does UNOPS Sustainable Investments in Infrastructure and Innovation S3I initiative focus for its investments? Okay. UN body Sustainable Investment in Infrastructure and Innovation initiative focuses on which of the following infrastructure sectors? Affordable housing, infrastructure, innovation and sustainable. Yes. Mass rapid transport, does it do? Healthcare, yes. Renewable energy, yes. Sustainable, infrastructure and innovation. However, mass rapid transport, it's a bit tricky question. If you know, you'll be able to answer, or normally we'll go with all the 4. However, if you see, it should be sustainable investment, include innovation, and it should be having in infrastructure. Yes, road transport is an infrastructure, but here it is not the option. Here 1, 3 and 4 are the correct options given by UPSC. So affordable housing, healthcare and renewable energy. This is bit tricky, okay, because mass rapid transport also is one of the required infrastructure and innovations required for a sustainable development. However, it is not there in S3I initiative. This is a very tricky question. Only if you are able to know which of the things are not there, which of the given options are not there, you will be able to answer here. So here answer is option C. Next, some of the terms. This can be an environmental question or economical question with respect to greenwashing. Okay. Economy and environment mixed. What is greenwashing? Some of the products are manufactured using very polluted energy like coal, but they will mention it as renewable energy or green energy we used. That is packaging and telling eco-friendly, but they are using, okay, polluting energies. Which one of the following best describe the term greenwashing? Other terminologies are also there. Those are very important. Okay, beta we discussed in the last classes. Okay, with respect to stock market, with respect to environment, ecology, also some of the terms linked to economy. Conveying a false impression of eco-friendliness. Yes, telling that it's eco-friendly, however, it is not. Excluding environmental costs from statements? No. Ignoring ecological consequences of infra development, that is not called greenwashing. Mandatory provision for environmental costs, that is you have to keep aside some of the amount whenever if you are a polluting industry. Here conveying a false impression is greenwashing. Okay, it's like a washing machine. You are telling it's full clean green product, however it is a false impression and a false claim. So option is answer A. Clear? With respect to market demand, okay, microeconomics and macroeconomics, how it is linked, questions have been asked. Consider the following statements. Other things remaining unchanged, market demand, okay, for a good might increase. Market demand for one good might increase if price of its substitute increases. Yes, price of its substitute, if it increases, obviously, for example, Good Day is there and one more company, Biscuit, is there. Okay, if one company's price rises, then this, okay, demand for the other biscuit will increase because price of its substitute has increased. Statement 1 is correct. Price of its complement increases. If price of its complement increases, market demand for a good will not increase but reduce. For example, if you have a vehicle, petrol or diesel is a complement. If petrol and diesel price increases, will the demand for your vehicle increase to buy the vehicle? No, it will reduce actually. So price of its complement increases, then demand, market demand for the goods will reduce, not increase. If it is an inferior good and consumer income increases. If it's an inferior good and if the consumer income increases, it will not lead to higher consumption of the inferior good. So statement 3 also is wrong. These are the basic microeconomic concepts. 4, its price falls. Yes, it has an inverse relation. If it prices falls, then the demand will be, okay, the market demand for a good will be increasing. So statement 1 is right, 4 is right, 2 and 3 are wrong. Answer is 1 and 4, 2 pairs. Demand rises when own prices falls or substitute prices rises. For complements, higher price reduces the demand, and for inferior goods, demand falls as the income rises because you will go for other products. This inferior goods you will not care. Then question with respect to counter-cyclical fiscal policy. Which steps most likely to be taken at the time of an economic recession? Economic recession, if it is there, what step, okay, most likely should be taken? Cut tax rates, yes. Increase interest rate, no, you will reduce interest rate. You will do monetary easing. Monetary or quantitative easing, which RBI did during COVID time. So statement A is wrong. Yes, you will cut tax rate, but you will not increase interest rate. Then increase tax rate, no. You should cut tax rate and reduce interest rate. Increase expenditure on public project, yes. Keynesian economy says that when in recession, make sure you reduce the tax, okay, reduce interest rate and increase expenditure so that money is there with the public. Reduction of expenditure on public project, no. You increase public expenditure on the public project, which helps to tackle the economic crisis and recession. So answer is option B here, my friends. Chalo, we'll say the next. Always make sure whichever concepts are there becomes very important. Be thorough in these concepts which are mentioned in the slides. Demand pull inflation, okay. Demand pull, and one more is cost push. Question has been demand pull versus cost push inflation, asked in 2021. Demand pull inflation can be caused or increased by which of the following? It is telling which of the following will causes demand pull inflation. Expansionary policies, yes. If too much money is there, the demand will increase and demand will lead to the inflation? Demand pull inflation. Expansionary policies, correct? Fiscal stimulus, yes. Cutting tax rate, okay? If you are spending more money in budget, spend more money and cut tax rate, then also demand pull inflation will happen. Inflation indexing wages. Wages are a cost. Okay, if wages increases, okay, it leads to cost push inflation because it increases the production cost and it increases the supply side cost. If it increases the supply side cost, that is cost is pushing the inflation. So inflation indexed wages is not demand pull inflation, it is cost push inflation. Higher purchasing power. Yes, if you have higher purchasing power, that means you have more money, and even if price of the good rises, you will demand for that good. Demand pull inflation is caused by higher purchasing power as well. Then rising interest rates. If you raise the interest rate, the capital become costly. If capital become costly, loan become costly, it will increase the production cost. This is leading again to cost push inflation. So 1, 2 and 4 are demand pull inflation. 3 and 5 are cost push. He has asked for demand pull. So 1, 2 and 4 are 3 pairs. 3 pairs are 1, 2 and 4 is the option here. Demand pull occurs when aggregate demand exceeds supply. So 1, 2, 4 boost demand. Wage indexing is cost push, and rising interest rate are a contradictory tool. It will reduce inflation. Okay. Whenever RBI, to manage inflation, RBI to manage inflation and bond yields, buy and sell, RBI buy and sell the government securities and manage liquidity or money, liquidity or money in the system. Okay, if it increases interest rates, money will be, okay, loan will be not become cheap. If loan is not cheap, okay, when interest rate is reduced, loan is not cheap. When loan is not cheap, money, people will not take the loan. Therefore, then what happens? If money is not there, inflation will be reduced. So, higher interest rates will reduce the inflation. So, answer here is 1, 2 and 4. Understood? Next, labor rights with respect to casual workers. Consider the following statements for casual workers in India. All casual workers are entitled for employee provident fund coverage. Yes, all casual workers are entitled for employees provident fund coverage, although it was not with respect to rules, but Supreme Court judgment gave it. However, in the rules, it was not mentioned. That's why UPSC gave the statement question as wrong. Okay, statement 1 as wrong. Next is statement 2. All casual workers are entitled for regular working hours and overtime payment. Yes. Labor rights with respect to working, 4 labor codes becomes very important with respect to UPSC prelims. So learn the 4 labor codes. Any new updates and current affairs also will be very important. Statement 2 is right. The government can, by a notification, specify that an establishment or industry shall pay wages only through its specific bank account. That also can be done by the government. All casual workers are entitled for EPF coverage, Employee Provident Fund coverage is right, but it is not with respect to casual workers rules, but Supreme Court guidelines. So, UPSC option is statement 2 and 3. 2 pairs are correct. It's a bit tricky, yes. Sometimes you think that you know the answer, but UPSC answer will be different from the answer which all the other institutes or all other experts are predicting. Some of the questions will be like that. So you have to ensure that your cutoff will be 4-5 questions less than the UPSC cutoff for the prelim. So you have to score 8 to 10 marks more than the cutoff to be in the safe zone. Because some of the questions you think you are right, and UPSC when it gives key, it will be a separate or different key from what you have thought. So this covers complete economy. Make sure you revise all the 6 pillars which I have discussed and all the small micro themes in the next 7 classes which I have discussed. Revise well, study well, make sure 4 subjects, okay, history, polity, geography, economy, you are thorough, and environment and science and tech, focus on the current topics, see which are the themes that are covered in the PYQs. In the next class, we'll start history. Till then, take care.